CBS, Young and the Restless Spoilers. Friday's full update, the 24th of July, 2026. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today is a beautiful, sunny day to dive right back into the absolute madness of Genoa City. We have got some seriously heavy stuff to talk about today, and honestly, I don't even know where to start. Grab your coffee, or maybe something stronger, because these writers are really putting us through it this week. Let's get into it. So, let's just start this whole thing with Nick Newman. Because honestly, I am so tired of his constant drama, but I also can't look away. There is a spoiler out there saying that Nick is going to confess something to Sharon in tomorrow's episode. And you guys know how Nick gets when he is stressed out. He just spirals. He completely loses his mind. And right now he has so much on his plate that it is a miracle he is even walking around upright. But what is he actually confessing to Sharon? That is the big question right now. I mean, it could be a lot of things. But my gut is telling me this is all about Phyllis Summers and her deeply weird, deeply disturbing new connection with Matt Clark. Yes, you heard me right. Phyllis and Matt. I just can't even wrap my head around it. And Nick is losing it over this. He is absolutely losing it. Because Matt Clark is the guy who tortured him, the guy who has caused so much pain for the Newman family. And now Phyllis is getting cozy with him? What were they thinking? Who actually believes this is going to end well? Nobody. Literally nobody. But Matt is playing these mind games, and he actually told Nick that Nick just won't let Phyllis move on. And you know what? Maybe Matt is right. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. Nick has this weird possessive streak when it comes to Phyllis. Even when they aren't together, he can't stand the idea of her with anyone else, especially someone as dangerous as Matt. So, Nick is sitting there confessing all these dark, twisted feelings to Sharon, his ex-wife, the mother of his children. It is just so classic Nick to dump all his emotional baggage onto Sharon. But it makes me wonder, are the writers giving us a clue here? Is this a hint that we are heading back to Fick instead of Schick? I mean, I have been saying for months that Nick and Sharon belong together. They are safe. They are stable. But then again, maybe Fick is exactly what the show needs right now. The fire, the passion, the absolute messiness of Nick and Phyllis. I change my mind about this every single week, I swear. So Sharon is sitting there listening to Nick rant and confess about Phyllis. And I have to wonder if Sharon is going to take matters into her own hands. Because Sharon and Phyllis have this really weird, really intense trauma bond now. Remember a few episodes ago, or, well, a while back, when they were both kidnapped and held hostage in that clinic by Martin Laurent? You don't just forget something like that. They went through hell together. And maybe Sharon realizes that Phyllis is spiraling. Maybe she realizes that Phyllis getting close to Matt Clark is a cry for help or some twisted self-destructive scheme. So I could totally see Sharon reaching out to Phyllis herself. Just a quiet, hey, what are you doing? Are you okay? Kind of conversation. Because despite all their history and all the times they have fought over Nick, they understand each other on a level that nobody else does. But wait, maybe I'm being too harsh on Nick here. Maybe his confession to Sharon isn't just about his jealous rage over Phyllis. Maybe it is about his drug relapse. We know he has been struggling so much lately. The temptation, the stress, the fear of Matt Clark. And then there is the Nikki situation. The stress of his mother's health is eating him alive. So maybe he breaks down and tells Sharon that he is slipping again. Either way, Sharon is going to be his rock, because she always is. She is just always there to pick up his pieces. Let's talk about Nikki for a second. Because this is the part of the episode that is just going to absolutely break my heart. I am not ready for it. You guys are not ready for it. Nikki has been dealing with these severe headaches and this vision loss, and Victor has been hovering over her like a hawk. And tomorrow is the day the bandages come off. Nikki has been trying to stay so strong. She has been walking around the ranch, counting her steps, pretending she doesn't need a cane. She is just so proud. So incredibly proud. And she is hoping, against hope, that when those doctors peel the bandages away, she is going to see Victor's face. She is going to see her family. But the spoilers are telling us that she hits a massive setback in her recovery. When the bandages come off, there is just darkness. Nothing else. Just absolute, terrifying darkness. And honestly, it breaks my heart because Melody Thomas Scott is acting her heart out here while the writers just keep piling the misery on her character week after week without giving her a single break. Nikki is going to be devastated. She has been trying to prepare herself for a bad outcome, but you can never really prepare for the moment you realize you might be blind forever. So she is facing this new normal, a life in the dark. And yes, the doctors say she might regain her sight later. It might just take time. But right now, in this moment, it feels like the end of the world for her. And Victor is going to be standing right there. Victor, who loves her so much but is also secretly causing half of the stress in her life with his corporate games and his vendettas. He is going to have to hold her while she breaks down. It is going to be a tough scene to watch, let's be real. And speaking of corporate games, let's pivot over to Sally Spectra and Audra Charles. Because these two are in the thick of it right now. The spoilers say Sally and Audra are weighing their options. And boy, do they have a lot of options to weigh. Sally is pregnant, she is exhausted, and she is absolutely paranoid about her company, Spectra Charles. She knows someone is coming after her, even if she doesn't know it is Victor pulling the strings behind the scenes. She is just so overwhelmed. And Adam Newman, bless his complicated heart, has stepped in. He knows what his father is doing. So Adam offered to buy Newman Media and her company from her. He wants to protect her. And Adam used the ultimate emotional weapon to convince her. He brought up baby Ava. He mentioned the sunset pink color she was looking at for the nursery. He told Sally that she will never, ever owe him anything after what they went through losing their daughter. It was such a raw, emotional moment. And now Sally has to decide. Does she take Adam's offer? Does she surrender her company to protect herself and her new baby? And Audra is right there with her. Audra, who is usually so cutthroat and out for herself, has actually been a surprisingly good friend to Sally lately. They are sitting there, looking at the board, weighing every single option. Audra knows how to play the corporate game, but she also sees how fragile Sally is right now. I actually really love this dynamic between them. It feels real. It feels like two women who have been chewed up by Genoa City trying to figure out how to survive. But Adam's offer to Sally ties directly into the next big thing we need to talk about. Adam and Chelsea Lawson. The spoilers are teasing that a couple is making a power move tomorrow. And all signs point to Adam and Chelsea. They are teaming up. They are making a stand. But honestly, I am so worried about the fallout from this. Because if Adam makes a power move that helps Sally, or if he goes against Victor's grand master plan, Victor is going to lose his mind. Victor demands absolute loyalty. If you step out of line, you are dead to him. He will see Adam as a total traitor. And Victor is not the kind of guy who just gets mad. He gets even. He destroys lives. And this is where it gets really dangerous for Chelsea. Because we have seen a complete flip in Victor's attitude toward her lately. A few weeks ago, she was family. She is Connor's mother. She is part of the fold. But then Chelsea had the nerve to question Victor. She questioned him about the AI evidence he used to frame Phyllis. She actually stood up and said, hey, maybe this is wrong. And Victor does not forgive that. So now, Victor is looking at Chelsea like she is a problem. He is probably thinking that Chelsea is the one making Adam soft. He is going to blame her for Adam's betrayal. Because it is always the woman's fault in Victor's eyes, right? He can never just accept that his sons make their own choices. He has to find a scapegoat. I am telling you guys, Chelsea is rapidly becoming the next target on Victor Newman's hit list. He is going to aim all of his wrath right at her. He might try to run her out of town. He might try to take Connor away again. Who knows? But he is going to make her life a living hell. And that is going to force Adam into an impossible corner. Adam is going to have to make a life-changing decision. Does he bow down to his father to protect Chelsea and his family? Or does he finally declare all-out war on Victor Newman? We have seen them fight a million times, but this time feels different. This time, there are too many innocent people caught in the crossfire. Sally, the new baby, Chelsea, Connor. Adam can't protect everyone. I am just so exhausted by this family, but I also can't stop watching. It is like a train wreck in slow motion. Every time you think they have hit rock bottom, Victor pulls out a shovel and starts digging. What is Adam going to do? Is he going to be the hero, or is he going to fold? So yeah, tomorrow's episode is going to be packed. Nick confessing his messy feelings to Sharon, Nikki facing the darkness, Sally and Audra trying to survive the corporate bloodbath, and Adam and Chelsea stepping right into the lion's den with Victor. I will be right here on the couch, probably yelling at my screen, and I know you guys will be too. Let me know in the comments what you think Nick is actually confessing, and if you think Chelsea is going to survive Victor's wrath.